Hey everybody, welcome to Sunday Songs, episode 56 or 7, I believe, or 8. I don't know because it's not my show. I'm filling in for Joe Pug, whose show it is tonight, because Joe is and his wife are expecting their third child any minute now. And so he asked if I would come hold down the fort while he has a baby, or supports his wife in having a baby. So I want to send all the love in the world out to Joe and family, and I'm really grateful to get to be here with some of his audience and some of mine. I see some folks came over from my Tuesday night shows that I used to do, and anyway, I'm grateful to be here. So, in case I didn't say this, my name's Hayes Carl. I've been friends with Joe for a minute, and he's having a baby tonight. So, well, or sometime. I don't know if it's going to happen tonight. I don't know all the details. I've got a pager. He's going to ring me when something happens, but right now I'm just going to play music and like that. And I think, Callan, if you can add the tip links down to the bottom. I don't know if that's possible, but let's see if we can get some money tonight for having a baby's not cheap, and then as I'm about to find out, sending them to college is not cheap. So let's see if we can get some dough together for Joe and family tonight. So having said that, I'm gonna start playing some music, and I'm gonna start with a John Prine tune here. You come on late and you come home early. You come on big when you're feeling small. You come home straight and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. What in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. I got a heart that burns with a fever. I got a jealous and a worried mind. How can a love that lasts forever and get left so far behind? What in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. Yeah, they're running just to be on the run. It's a mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow that crossed that evil line today. And how can we talk about tomorrow when we ain't got one word to say? And what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. Yeah, they're running just to be on the run. And what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. Yeah, out there running just to be on the run. Yeah, out there running just to be on the run. Yeah, out there running just to be on the run. All right, everybody, welcome to Sunday Songs, the Joe Pug Show. I'm Hayes Carl, and I'm filling in for Joe tonight because if you're just joining us, his wife is expecting a child any moment now. This is so exciting. Any minute, there could be a baby, a new baby in the world. So I think I'm more nervous. Well, I shouldn't say this, but I called Joe earlier because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to make this thing work, and he was very calm and collected. And I think I was more nervous that it wasn't going to work than he seemed to be. Anyway, all right. Well, I've got, I put out a new song this week, a couple days ago actually. It's the first single off a record that I've got coming out in October, and I'd like to play it for you. This is one I wrote with Craig Wiseman, and I quite like it. It's called You Get It All. All my tame and all my wild, all my man and all my child, all my faults and all my scars, all my sometimes lucky stars, all my joys and my regrets, all my old Guy Clark cassettes. I knew the night we met, you get it all. All my lows and all my highs, all my truth and all my lies, all my rights and all my wrongs, all my from now on love songs, all my future, all my roots, all my worn out cowboy boots that I kick off in the hall. You get it all. And I'd rather drive you crazy being more than you can stand than to let you try to love half a man. And all my cards are on the table, and darling, it's your call. But I'm all in, so lose or win, you get it all. All my will be all my was, all my cloud of Texas dust, all my humble, all my bragging, all my on and off the wagon, all my be your place to hide, all my always on your side, all my catch you when you fall, you get it all. And I'd rather drive you crazy being more than you can stand than to let you try to love half a man. And all my cards are on the table, and darling, it's your call. But I'm all in, so lose or win, you get it all. All my blessing, all my curse, all my better, all my worst, from the chapel to the hearse, you get it all. Yeah. It's called You Get It All. Just put that out a couple days ago, and yeah, I hope you dig it. If you do, go give it a listen. Tell people about it. I need a hit. I haven't had a hit since ever, so it'd be nice to get one. I'm gonna start with you guys. Grassroots campaign. Anyway, cheers. Here's to you. And here's to Joe and family on what it's a really exciting and probably scary time for them. So we're sending them lots of love tonight. Yeah, I'm drinking out of my tiny cup. This is my new thing. It reminds me of elementary school. We actually have those at the house, those little red plastic cafeteria cups, but they're even smaller than this. But my wife bought some of these little things, and I like to drink beer out of them. Never been a big beer drinker. I'm more of a whiskey guy. But with my tiny little red chilled glass, all night. I can do it all night. All right, everybody. Well, let's see. I've got some of my own songs I want to play, but I also got quite a few covers tonight that I'd like to do. It's wonderful news that Joe is and family are expecting to grow by one. But there's been a lot of loss this week, including some today. My friend Roberta Morales passed away this morning. She lost her battle with cancer. Some of y'all might know Roberta. Her and her sister Lisa were sisters Morales, who were Lisa produced my first record, and Roberta sang on that record. And it's safe to say I would not be here. My life would not be what it is if I had not met Lisa and Roberta. And I met them in Galveston, Texas at the Old Quarter Acoustic Cafe, where I attended bar some nights, but one night I was not attending bar and the show was sold out, so I couldn't get in. So I just stayed out on the street and listened to them through the speakers on the window. And listened to him play, and the owner, Rex Bell, introduced me to him after the show, and they offered me an opening slot at some shows in Galveston, and then in Houston, and then eventually in San Antonio, and Austin, and Dallas, and they were the first people to take me out on the road. And anyway, Roberta was just a very, very kind and gentle and generous woman. When I was having my really bad voice troubles, she invited me over to her place in San Antonio to give me voice lessons and try and help me with that. And she's just a very sweet woman. And it was very sad to hear that news tonight. So please send some prayers or some love out to Lisa and all the Morales family and all their friends and family everywhere. Yeah, play a song here for Roberta, and this is one that I just discovered during the pandemic. It's called "Don't Let Us Get Sick." Don't let us get sick, don't let us get old, don't let us get stupid, alright. Just make us be brave and make us play nice, and let us be together tonight. The sky was on fire when I walked to the mill to take up the slack in the line. I thought of my friends and the troubles they've had to keep me from thinking of mine. Don't let us get sick, don't let Don't let us get stupid, alright. Just make us be brave and make us play nice. And let us be together tonight. The moon has a face and it smiles on the lake and causes the ripples in time. I'm lucky to be here with someone I like, who maketh my spirits to shine. Don't let us get sick, don't let us get old, don't let us get stupid, alright. Just make us be brave and make us play nice. And let us be together tonight. Just make us be brave and make us play nice. And let us be together tonight. All right, we'll miss you, Roberta. All right. Let's see. This is going to be a total. We have birth and death. We got both ends of the spectrum tonight, and so forgive me if I get a little emotional as I go through this. Trying to find something that maybe is in the middle. We'll do this here. This is the second person that took me out on the road. My friend Ray Wiley Hubbard, and I'll play one of his songs here. This is one of my favorites. It's really cool song. He has that ability to write things that just sound cool. It's a gift. He writes about cool things and does it well. It's called Crimson Dragon Tattoo. I got a crimson dragon tattoo, and it burns on my arm like the truth. The red ink is on my skin, and it's in my soul too. I got a crimson dragon tattoo. $21 silver is what it costs. Drawn by a fast left hand when I was lost. I did not choose a rose, a heart, or a cross. But $21 silver is what it costs. And sometimes it whispers my name, and it tells me that life is just a game. Who the gods choose to destroy, they first will drive insane. Sometimes it whispers my name. dragon tattoo. And it burns on my arm like the truth. The red ink is on my skin and it's in my soul too. I got a crimson dragon tattoo. The red ink is on my skin and it's in my soul too. I got a crimson dragon tattoo. I got a crimson dragon tattoo. I don't personally have a crimson dragon tattoo. I'm not even sure if Ray does. That might have just been creative license, but he might have a tattoo. It wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. I only have one tattoo. It's a painting. My wife had a painting commissioned by this guy named Chris Coleman, who's a wonderful artist. He used to be in Kings of Leon, and then he discovered art. He was really good at it, and people loved what he did. And he, bear with me, it's gonna be a long and winding road. And before I go down it, those of y'all that know me know it can take a while. Before I go down it, I should let folks know who are just getting in. This is Joe Pug's show, normally, my friend Joe Pug, and I'm filling in for him because he's about to have a baby. He's not, his wife's about to have a baby. It's gonna be his third child. So we're sending him a lot of love and good wishes. And down below on the screen there should be a tip jar. And if y'all would, if you can see fit to send him a little something. Babies are not cheap, and children are even less cheap. And then teenagers, it just gets worse. You know, it just gets worse. So if y'all could hook him up. He has not asked for this, but I'm asking on his behalf. Because I only had one kid, and it's like, it's expensive. So, my stepson, you may be able to hear my stepson out. He's out in the yard having a big old time. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so my one tattoo. Chris Coleman, who's also married to Holly Williams, who's a fantastic singer and entrepreneur and songwriter. She wears a lot of hats very well. She's maybe the most. I'm married to maybe the most sort of productive, hardworking person I know, and Holly Williams maybe even more so. It's crazy what she's accomplished. Anyway, that's Holly and Chris. And Chris is an artist. My wife commissioned a painting from Chris for my birthday, I believe, or Christmas. I can't remember, actually. They're around the same time. And because she knew I liked Chris, because I met Chris when he did a painting inspired by a song that I played about my son. And Allison had been collecting them. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I got this painting, and I got the painting tattooed on my arm. So this is my, let's see, show off my guns here. This is my one tattoo, right? So the weird part of the story is we went on a double date with Chris and Holly one night, my wife and I did, and we're at this little Italian restaurant, and I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, and I had never really hung out with Holly, and so I'm trying to brag on her husband, and who I just think is really cool, and I'm blown away by his art. And I said, Holly, I got a tattoo by a piece of art of your husband. We're talking about it, and I'm sitting next to my wife, and she's talking to Chris, and I'm talking to Holly. And I'd had a few drinks, and I decided that I needed to show Holly this tattoo, but I didn't have a shirt on like I do now, and I had to unbutton, and everybody's kind of ignoring me, and I start unbuttoning my shirt, and I just apparently in a really like low, kind of very white voice just go, Holly, to get her attention so she'll see my tattoo as I'm undressing, and my wife and Chris both stop and look at me, and they're like, what are you doing? Because I'm all, Holly. Anyway, sorry, I don't know if y'all can hear my stepson John Henry's quite loud right now. Chris, like I said, also made a painting from inspired by a song about my son, Elijah, who's a magician, and Elijah turned 18 last week. And I'm going to send this out to him. This is called The Magic Kid. Pick a card, any card, don't show it to me. Abracadabra, I got nothing up my sleeve. And I may get it wrong or get it right, but either way I'm standing in the light that the best of us did. I'm the magic kid. That's my kid with the cards. He's 9 years old, with a head full of wonder and a heart of gold. And there's not a trick that he can't figure out, and he's never stopped the show for fear of doubt, like the rest of us did. He's the magic kid. And who we are is who we are. Why is that so hard to be? And when I watch you shine your star, it's so magical to me. Who we are is who we are. Why is that so hard to be? But when I watch you shine your star, and it's so magical to me. This world can be so full of darkness and blown out flames, trading dreams for pecking orders and schoolyard games. But you shine your light for everyone to see. But the only one I've known who's truly free. Yeah, you just are what you will always be. You're the magic kid. Card, any card, don't show it to me. Alright, I was looking around trying to see if I could find that painting in here, but I guess it's in the other room. Okay. Alright, hope everybody's doing okay. I'm trying to see the comments, but my computer's very far away. I don't know that these glasses will help any. All right, I know that Joe usually takes some questions from folks, and he also reads a poem. And I'd like to do both if possible. Let's see. So, if y'all have any, I'm gonna play one. I'm gonna read a poem, and then if y'all have questions, I'll do that. And then we got quite a few more songs we're gonna play. But let's see. This is a poem I discovered today. There's a wonderful website called Brain Pickings that I highly recommend. It's a newsletter. Maybe it's a website as well. I think it's his website. But you can sign up for a newsletter. And they send all kinds of good stuff all the time. And this morning I just happened to see this poem in there, and I thought it was really, really lovely. So I'm gonna read this. All right, this is called "The True Love" by David White. There is a faith in loving fiercely the one who is rightfully yours, especially if you have waited years, and especially if part of you never believed you could deserve this loved and beckoning hand held out to you this way. I am thinking of faith now and the testaments of loneliness and what we feel we are worthy of in this world. Years ago, in the Hebrides, I remember an old man who walked every morning on the gray stones to the shores of baying seals, who would press his hat to his chest in the blustering salt wind and say his prayer to the turbulent Jesus hidden in the water. And I think of the story of the storm and everyone waking and seeing the distant yet familiar figure far across the water calling to them, and how we are all preparing for that abrupt waking and that calling and that moment we have to say yes. Except it will not come so grandly, so biblically, but more subtly and intimately in the face of the one you know you have to love, so that when we finally step out of the boat toward them, we find everything holds us and everything confirms our courage. And if you wanted to drown, you could, but you don't. Because finally, after all this struggle and all these years, you simply don't want to anymore. You've simply had enough of drowning, and you want to live, and you want to love, and you will walk across any territory and any darkness, however fluid and however dangerous, to take the one hand you know belongs in yours. That was David White, The True Love. Okay. Well, thanks to Joe Pug for the inspiration. I like this reading poems during your show business. Might have to incorporate that. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can see any questions here. Let's see. Brain Pickings, a Sunday morning ritual. Yes, love the new single. Thank you. Question. What was your inspiration for the new record? Asks Sal. Was Sal? Hold on. I apologize. I'm gonna see if I can get something real quick. Inspiration for the new record. Well, you know, Sal, thanks for the question. Sometimes there's a real intentional purpose when I'm writing a record. There's a theme that I start off with, or things that I'm trying to keep with. With this record, I don't know that I had that. I was just trying to write as many good songs as I possibly could, and then I went through and just found the ones that I liked. I kind of picked the best songs, but afterwards, when I was looking at it, I realized all these songs, almost all of them are about relationships. And so if there is a theme, I think that's it. There's romantic relationships, good and bad, and there is relationships with friends and family and the planet and with yourself. So that's I guess how I would describe the theme if I had to, and I do have to because you just asked me to. All right, thank you for that question. Let's see. Let's see here. Best Joe Pug story and/or Joe Pug story. So Joe and I did some touring. And for those of y'all just tuning in, this is Joe Pug's show. I'm just an intruder, an interloper. But they're about to have a baby, and He's asked me to come fill in, so I'm going to do the best I can. We did some touring years ago, and I don't remember, I think it was on the West Coast mostly, but we were in Colorado at this ranch, which I'm blanking out on. I played it a couple times. It's a beautiful ranch. It's a working ranch. It's like the second largest ranch in the country or something. I may be making that up, but it's massive. It's like a 60,000 acre ranch. And they had concerts there, which were really fun. And the show we played there, we drove in. We didn't have time to go to our lodgings, which were with the ranch hands in this bunkhouse. We didn't have time to do that, and we just went straight to the gig, played it, and afterwards had a few drinks, and then went to our bunkhouse. And everybody was asleep. It was probably 1 a.m, and we knock on the door, and so it's my entire band, and it was Joe. I can't remember if he was solo or if he was traveling with people, but either way, we were a pretty large group. There was 8 or 9 or 10 of us, and this tiny little girl opens the door, and she was working during the summer on this ranch, and there were a bunch of other people in there, but they were all asleep in their rooms. And she opens the door. We've clearly woken her up. We felt really bad. We're like, sorry, but we're the band. We're staying here tonight. And so she lets us in. We put our sleeping bags down and make pallets on the floor and whatever the situation was. But we weren't ready to go to bed yet, so we stayed drinking a bit more. And this girl stays up and hangs out with us for a little while. And she was very quiet and very shy and very kind of timid and mousy. And a bottle of whiskey comes out, and she drinks like just a couple nips of it, and everything changes. Everything changes, and she becomes pretty hostile and aggressive and unpleasant. Some people do that, Some people handle whiskey great, and some people not so much. And this girl, that just whiskey wasn't for her. At a certain point, we're trying to go to bed. Like, we've had enough, and we're gonna go to bed. And this girl's fired up, and she starts questioning our manhood for going to sleep, and she's just ready to rage. And again, it's just like 5'2", very quiet. It's a complete Jekyll and Hyde. This girl went from being the quietest, mousiest girl to like we're worried that like, what are we gonna do with her? She's just out of control. And so at a certain point, Joe steps up and God bless him. Joe steps up and says, I think maybe it's time you go to bed. And she takes that very personally, apparently, because next thing I know, she cocks back and just throws a punch. It hits Joe square in the jaw. And Joe, like, it was completely unexpected. And it's, a small girl, but she's a cowgirl, and she whacked him pretty hard, and so he kind of goes to a knee, and then comes back up, and clearly did not like it. But what's he gonna do? And he handled it gracefully. I don't even remember what he did, but I remember him going, that was about all you could do, just turn around and walk away. And at a certain point, then her boyfriend, it turns out she has a boyfriend who's been asleep this whole time, and he's woken up. He's heard the commotion of Joe getting punched by his girlfriend, and he comes out and takes her to bed. He's like, sorry guys, and they just go off. And so anyway, that's my funniest Joe Pug story, I think. It really wasn't his fault at all. He was just one of the people there, and he was just trying to kindly suggest that maybe she call it a night, because she was being super rude to everybody. And anyway, okay, so let's see, I'll do one more question and then we'll get back to singing. Let's see, there may not be any more of my stories. Yeah, okay, I don't see anything. favorite top 5 Hayes Carl songs? Well, that's a question about myself. I'm happy to answer. Top 5 Hayes Carl songs. I don't know. It changes. It's a weird thing about being a songwriter. I wrote one 2 days ago that I'm actually going to play for you in a minute. That I think is fun right now. There are songs that I write that I love, I'm really proud of, and then I play them 1,000 times. I go, ugh, okay, I don't love this song as much anymore. And then you put it away for a while, and then you rediscover it. There are songs that I wrote that I thought were good at the time, and then I just never played them, and then you go back and you forget about them, and I think that really holds up. So I don't know, but some of my favorite ones of my own, I always liked Arkansas Blues off my first record, Long Way Home and Wish I Hadn't Stayed So Long off my second record, Beaumont off my third record, Chances Are off my fourth. I don't know. I like the songs I feel like they would hold up if anybody sang them, just on a piece of paper or with another singer lyrically. So, yeah. So let me do one of those songs. I'll do this here. This is Chances Are. Chances are I took the wrong turn every time I had a turn to take. And I guess I broke my own heart every chance I had a heart to break. And it seems I spent my whole life just wishing on that same unlucky star. But as I watch you cross the ballroom, well, I wonder just what my chances are. Well, I know you looked around and you've seen what you needed to see. And at night when you dream, you're probably not dreaming about me. Oh, it's safe to say I've stumbled, but I've managed to make it through this far. And as I take one step and then another, well, I wonder just what my chances are. Oh, I have watched the world go by hand in hand, and I wondered why I'm still so alone. Could I lay down my foolish pride and maybe finally find my heart a home? The band started playing a simple song I used to know. As I take your hand and I walk you out and dance into the rhythm way down low. Every heart has got a story, mine just has a few more scars. But they could heal if you would hold me. Just tell me what my chances are. Oh, if you would only hold me and tell me just what my chances are. All right, chances are. I think if memory serves me right, if memory serves me correctly, I think that Joe covered that one time on this show. I can't remember, but I feel like that happened. But I also feel like a lot of things happened that didn't. So who knows? Here's to you, everybody. Here's to Sunday night, Sunday songs. Here's to Joe Plug and family, and all the best as they anxiously await their third child. Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Feels good to be doing this again. I had my own show for 58 weeks, every Tuesday at 6 Central, and I finally put it down about a month ago, 6 weeks ago. I'm not sure how long it's been. But yeah, I missed it. So this is fun to get back here and get to interact with people again. I did get to play some songs this weekend, or last weekend. I went down to Austin first just to celebrate my son's 18th birthday. And then went to Fort Worth for a gig at a brewery out there. And then I flew to Montana and did 2 shows, one at the Wilma in Bozeman, and then one in White Sulphur Springs called Red Ants Pants Festival, which was a lot of fun, both of them. Montana crowds are off the hook. I really like that part of the country. It's beautiful, and people just, there's an extra energy with those audiences. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's isolation or something, or they don't get as many touring acts coming through, but every time we're up there, it's just people are very excited, and it's a great feeling, especially not having left the house in a while. And at the Wilma, it was the first show they had there in 17 months, so it was really cool to get to do that as well. So, all right, let's see. We had another sad loss this week. Chris Wall passed away. Great songwriter, and singer, and ran his own record label for a while, which I know my friends Reckless Kelly were on initially, and Asylum Street Spankers, and Chris had a really interesting story. He taught history and coached football in California, and then he moved, I think it was to Wyoming, and got a job as a bartender, and just became kind of consumed with cowboy culture. And at a song swap, or at a festival up there, he met Guy Clark, and Guy told him he should move to Texas. This is, I think, the story. And down there, he met Jerry Jeff Walker, who called him up into his hotel room and asked him to play him some songs, and he started covering some of those songs, including Trashy Women. I like my women just a little on the trashy side. And then there's this song, which is pretty fantastic and sums up a lot of loss. Well, I could live my whole life without a phone call, the likes of which I got today. It was only my wife said hello then goodbye, and told me she's going away. Well, I didn't cry, it was all cut and dry. I hung up before I realized. I turned up my stereo, I walked to the window and stared at the storm clouds outside. And I play classical music when it rains. I play country when I am in pain. But I won't play Beethoven, 'cause the mood's just not right. I feel like Hank Williams tonight. was no explanation, not even a reason, no talk of the good times we've had. Was it me, was it her? I don't know for sure, and that's why I'm feeling so bad. Hey, I play jazz when I'm confused, but whenever I lose, bird saxophone just don't seem right. And I feel like Hank Williams tonight. Well, lately I've been thinking I just might quit drinking, and I don't know, all in all, I just might stay home and get drunk all alone and punch a few holes in the wall. 'Cause when I'm real high, I play rock and roll. I play country when I'm losing control. And I don't play Chuck Berry as much as I'd like. And I feel like Hank Williams tonight. Oh, I feel like Hank Williams tonight. Shoot, I messed up the melody. So forgive me here, I gotta figure this out. It's such a cool melody, and lately I've been thinking I just might quit drinking, and I don't know, all in all, I just might stay on home and get drunk all alone and punch a few holes in the wall. 'Cause when I'm real high, I play rock. What is it? I play classical music when it rains. I play classical music when it rains. That's what it is. I play classical music when it rains. I play country when I am in pain. Ah, but I won't play Beethoven, 'cause the mood's just not right. I feel like Hank Williams tonight. Alright, one more time. 'Cause when I'm real high, I play rock and roll. I play country when I'm losing control. Oh, don't play Chuck Berry quite as much as I'd like. I feel like Hank Williams tonight. Oh, I feel like Hank Williams tonight. Godspeed, Chris Wall. It was good knowing you. Only got to hang with Chris a few times, but it's always a gentleman, and I appreciate it. So anyway, this is a flashback for me to, like, there's just so much lost during this pandemic, and all these I would do these shows like a lot of people, and you know, one night it would be John Prine, and then it would be Jerry Jeff Walker, and then it would be Billy Joe Shaver, and it would just I know there's a lot more. There's a really long list of iconic singers and really influential folks and friends that we lost. So anyway, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna play this new song for you. So I know that all these songs, this has been kind of a heavy show. The other day, this kid named Ben Chapman came over to the house, and we wrote a tune, which was fun. I shared it with my Patreon folks, a little recording I made of it, and I'm gonna play it for everybody now here. If I can get it together. Let's see. A lot of words, but I bet we can do it. Let's see. There I used to struggle with the trouble, stumble on my feet, just a sad sack walking down a dead-end street who'd forgotten all the words to his favorite song. But lately I've been waving at my neighbor and winking at the girls, blowing big old kisses to the whole wide world. So blues be gone, I feel love coming on. I used to fiddle in the middle between crazy and sad, feeling like everything had turned out bad, most days wondering where it went so wrong. But now those dark clouds are turning into sweet sunshine, the radio's playing a Little John Prine. Blues be gone, I feel love coming on. Yeah, the good is all around if you're looking, I just had to choose to see. And now that the proof is in that pudding, I'll take 2 or 3. I used to feel uptight, tossing through the night, but I'm starting to see the dawn. Blues be gone, I feel love coming on. All right. Yeah, the good is all around if you're looking, I just had to choose to see. And now that the proof is in that pudding, there's more for you and more for me. There's a rainbow stretching from my front door all the way to the Parthenon. So blues be gone, I feel love coming on. I've been meaning what I say and doing yoga every day, helping Buddha to bang that bong. Gone. Blues be gone, I feel love coming on. Yeah, blues be gone, I feel love coming on. All right, that's a happy little number. You need that. I got all these depressing things I've been playing. I got that little something to cheer us up. The lyric is not supposed to, the lyric is supposed to be, I've been meaning what I say, doing yoga every day, helping Buddha to bang that bong. That gong. It's not bong. You don't bang a bong. Anyway, I messed that up there, but whatever. I just wrote it like 48 hours ago, so cut me some slack. You don't have to yell. Be polite. All right, everybody. We are here once again. This is Joe Pug's Sunday Songs series show that he does. Episode pretty high up there. Episode 57. And I also have to give Joe a lot of credit because this cool, the setup that I have, the microphone, the computer, the camera, everything that I got from Joe. I mean, he didn't buy it for me, but he told me what to buy because he is smart like that and he did the work. And I just swooped in and I said, hey, your show looks really, really good. Can you just tell me how you did it? I didn't realize he had worked so hard on it. And then he did. He was incredibly generous and shared all his secrets with me. And so now I know. And yeah, so Joe, thank you. I really do appreciate it. So here's to you and your family and everything that's going on. I haven't gotten any word, so I have nothing to share with you guys right now. But yeah, hopefully baby Pug on the way, healthy and happy, and we'll see. So one more time, we got the Venmo and the PayPal down there. Y'all hook it up for Mr. Pug and his family. They're gonna need diapers. They're gonna need what else does a baby need? Food, clothing, all these things. I think are important. You may disagree, but I think they're important to have food and clothing, at least. The diaper, actually that may be the most important thing. I think a baby could go without clothing. And a diaper is clothing, in a way. Anyway, I don't need to philosophize on this. I think y'all are all with me. All right, let's see. I don't know how long Joe goes. I guess I should have checked that out. Where are the dogs? The dogs, well, they're inside. They're inside. It's too hot out here for them. Winnie is not about it. Not about it. She needs her air conditioning. She needs her air conditioning. Yeah. All right. Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna do. I think just 2 or 3 more, and we'll call it a night. But thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I haven't been too bad of a host. Good times we've had, the smiles and the laughs are the pictures that fill up these frames that hang in the halls and cover the walls of the home where we spend our days. Those times, those good times, are the times that we're in. And even the tough times we walk through again. But in the meantime, the holler and scream time, the crush all your dreams time, the cane all debris gets forgotten and hope falls behind. The love that we had turns bitter and bad. In the meantime, through some tears, some heartaches, some years, yeah, some heartaches is all people do. But we held on by a thread to the vows that we said, and somehow we're still true blue. Yesterday's end, but we were still friends. Tomorrow might find us right back there again. But in the meantime, the holler and scream time, the crush all your dreams time, the cane all debris gets forgotten and hope falls behind. The love that we had turns bitter and bad. In the meantime, Lord help us out of the damage we've done. All right, that was in the meantime. 2 separate words, mean time. You get it? Okay. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you for listening to me, hanging out, supporting Joe Pug and family, and helping me pay tribute and hopefully honor the friends that we lost this week. Anyway, it's a real honor to know Joe. I'm a big admirer of his work and a fan of his talent and his craft, but I'm even a bigger fan of who he is and how he goes about life and his respect for art and people. Need more folks like Joe Pub around. So fortunately, he's gonna have another one. So that's one more up for the good team. You know, some people have kids and you're like, oh Jesus, that's like we gotta compensate for that somehow, make up for it, because they're gonna be terrible parents and they're gonna raise an asshole. So you know, when somebody as quality a human as Joe, as a kid, I feel better. It's like, okay, our team has one more player. So, anyway, I think it's safe to say that Joe shares my great appreciation for Bob Dylan. I know Bob doesn't have a lot of fans out there, but Joe and I will hold down the Bob Dylan fan club. So I'm gonna play this song for Joe and his family. We'll wrap up with this. So again, thanks everybody. Many blessings to you all, and I hope you enjoyed the night, and hope you have a great week. And here we go. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of change shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. All right, Sunday Songs people. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had a good time. I know I did. Bless y'all all, and send money to the pugs. Make it happen. I want this kid to get an education. I want him to have toys and a good life. I want his parents to be able to like buy a baby monitor. So I don't know. Let's make it easy for him. We owe it to them. Joe has done a lot for America and the world. All right, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Let's see if I can make this thing